Supreme Rising. You already know the vibes. Such a beautiful day. Such a super beautiful day. Love the springtime. Don't you love the springtime? I do. I was sitting there eating on some wildflowers. Some wildflowers got some medicinal benefits. Supreme Rising, dog. Supreme Rising. She like, yo, what's up? Where my food at? Can I get ready? I know the vibes, man. Naga, motherfucking wise. Good morning. Supreme Rising, Supreme Rising. Yo, you already know the vibes, so look. Understanding some things real quick, about to drop some juice. Just come and sit in my little area. Supreme Rising, Supreme Rising. You know, you gotta understand, yo, life ain't supposed to be the way it is, but it ended up being it. And the job was to blind everybody from their original feelings, how you felt about things originally, right? So, how you felt about things originally and all that. So, hold on. I don't like leaning to the side. All right, feel a little better. All right, so it's like, you know, people weren't supposed to make individuals lose that innocence that you had, that divine gave you. You weren't supposed to ever lose that. You know what I'm saying? But because other people were subject to certain pains and they didn't have the knowledge, or the right people wasn't going to stand up and do the right thing, that's contrast. A lot of people wasn't happy about paving the way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wasn't happy, and they didn't understand what that meant, like pave the way so other things can exist in a better energy. They didn't know what that meant, or if they did, they wasn't about to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the energy a lot of us deal with. It's like a lot of people they went through so much oppression, right? They went through so many different things that they became that energy. They became the same thing that they was going through. And even though they knew right from wrong, they still chose to suffer those circumstances as if they were correct, knowing that they were wrong. When they get older, learning the whole capability, they became mentally unstable. This is the reason why you get sociopathic energy, psychopathic energy. This is where you get these different type of mental defunctions. You know what I'm saying? Like, in mental, and just let's keep in mind, mental misfunctions or defunctions is any type of mental thought that puts you against your natural way of being. Period. Anything in this world that makes you think against the natural way you come into this world is a mental issue. Everything. So who don't like what I'm saying, you don't like what I'm saying, you want to just, that's fine. You got a mental issue too. Everybody who believe in certain understandings, false retrospect of their own existence, you have a mental issue. Because your mind is so effed up, you're willing to digress to that thought so much, you're going to change your physical reality. Make that shit make sense. So, yeah. And also try to alter the realities of other people, because how you mentally feel about circumstances, that's detrimental. That's dangerous, too. And there's no laws for people like that. There's no laws that can really wrap around those values. Eventually, though, within the collective rise of everybody's mentality in the world, it will become a cardinal law. Because you can't be a demon amongst angels. It's just not going to be a thing. And not for nothing, the consistency that we're going through now is based off people choosing completely afflicted in the value of the direction that the rest of their existence is going to go. Like, everything that they create after that is going to go the same direction. Everything is going to go the opposite direction depending on who's in that specific type of energy, right? So you're always gonna have those things. And sidebar, side note, let me just throw this out there. Matter of fact, let's take an intermission, and I'm gonna come right back. All right, so just know, yo, when you're going out in the world, man, you can get involved with people. You can get involved, but that, like, all this, that shit back in the day, oh, I'm so special, they on my top, oh, she on me so bad, she can't take it. That's ego, yo. That shit is never real. Like, we all felt like we were special, and also the minds of the appreciator wasn't completely adult at the time. So a lot of shit that we experienced when we kid, it wasn't real. It was like, yeah, you handsome. Ooh, I really, that's not real how connection go. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really involve yourself in a connection that way. Most people think that when you see somebody, it's all about your, you know what I'm saying, your whole thing. But that's not really what it is. What it really is that you are attracted to the essence of a person. It's just that you're trying to make conversation by connecting with them in the values of connection. So you will elaborate physical things to make it seem like it makes sense. Hold on. So yeah, so also know that when you get in situations, and I think I started this on my TikTok joint, I was telling people, like, it ain't about how people treat you. That's an issue. You know what I'm saying? What you learning in a relationship is you learning the type of animal somebody is. So don't be mad if they don't do you correctly. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they like you, then they're going to put their time into you. If they love you, they're going to show you how much they love you. That's what this is all about. Now, if you is too blind to see that something doesn't really check for you like that, but you still checking behind it, then you're about to hurt your own feelings. You about to be like, damn, why you don't love me and I love you so much? Well, that's you chasing behind them, showing your expression, but they might not be right for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that works. But sometimes people stay in relationships so long that they don't understand the difference in how to separate what's not for you and what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand how to have self-respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, self-respect, it separates things that you might be interested in it, but it's not all the way for you. It might like you more than you like it. These situations like that, you need to separate from, because you don't want to do them dirty and you don't want them to do you dirty either. You know what I'm saying? So most time people don't get a chance to see that. So if you know the type of person that you're dealing with, if they do something, you won't be so mad, because you're gonna be like, oh, that's a tiger. Oh, this is a panther. This is an elephant. You know what I'm saying? Like, they move specific. And I'm not saying people are animals. I'm just saying when you can diagram how somebody is, then you can make a better assumption of how to deal with them, opposed to you not knowing what they are, and then they do something and you all butthurt. You just super mad, like, oh my God, why they did this to me? Why do that? If they really about you, then they gonna serve that purpose. You don't gotta get mad. Just look at how they moving and just be like, you know what? All right, cool. I see you don't fit me. Y'all hear me say the analogy all the time. That's my dog over there. My dog loves me. If I go over to my dog, she gonna jump on me and try to get me to pet her and stuff like that. She got claws. By accident, she might scratch me. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I'm gonna punch her in her face. You know what I'm saying? And be like, you stupid dog. Like, it's the only hand she got. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to take a little bit more accountability in the choices that y'all make, so you understand what the situation you dealing with. Sometimes you might be dealing with a wild animal and don't know it, and you mad because that wild animal is wilding on you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Did you do the whole application when you met that person? If you didn't, you don't know. You don't know their home training. You're not looking at how they mesh with the reality around them. You don't look at how they move with the situations around them to see how good they are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't do that. So since it's not a reality, you suffer all the consequences, and then you want to go to social media crying, talking about, they did me like this. They did shit. You picked them. Stop making dumb decisions. Learn to use your brain, because you born with one, and you connected to the Supreme. So what's wrong with you? It ain't everybody's fault. It's always like Michael Jackson said, start with the man in the mirror. Naga the wise.